Okay, all right. Now we are getting ready to finally start working with spreadsheets in Data Prep Studio, and we're going to briefly discuss the topic of importing spreadsheets, which might surprise you that, you might think it's pretty straightforward. It is, but there is a lot to discuss because of the options that you have. Okay, so if you have a spreadsheet, and you are going to be importing that spreadsheet into the Data Prep Studio, you essentially have two options. Okay, you have the option of Microsoft Excel or the worksheet design. Okay, now if your spreadsheet is a normal spreadsheet, in other words, it's structured in rows and columns already, then you can go straight ahead and use Microsoft Excel option or the worksheet design. Okay, all right. So we'll see the kind of the benefits of one over the other. Okay. Now, if you have a spreadsheet that is structured like a report, okay, or structured as a report, I should say, then you want to use the worksheet design because it's designed to work with those types of spreadsheets. You could use the you kind of could use the Microsoft Excel, but you'll see it's not as powerful. Okay. Um, all right. So this is just a screenshot of kind of what those look like. So again, if you have a spreadsheet, it's already in rows and columns. You can use Microsoft Excel or worksheet design options. And then if it's a spreadsheet that looks like a report, then you want to use the worksheet design. Okay. There's a little footnote here about efficiency gains. It's kind of it's leading up to the pros and cons. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about this. The main, I guess maybe the main takeaway of this little bullet point here is for those customers that have or are interested in the future purchasing the Monarch server application where you can automate your processes. It does have what the option you choose here. In other words, you can process larger spreadsheets using that uh, server application. Okay. All right. So let's, as we prepare to get pretty hands-on with the, importing spreadsheets here, we're going to look at seven different scenarios here. Okay. We're going to look at the first four is just basically looking at single Excel files and the different variations of those. So you might have an Excel file where the tab name or the sheet name is consistent throughout. You might have another one where the every time you get the spreadsheet, the tab or the sheet name is different. Or number two is you get the spreadsheet, but the information is several lines below the header. You might have a spreadsheet that has multiple tabs or multiple sheets. And then you may have spreadsheets that have, sorry, not spreadsheets, you may have multiple spreadsheets that you're working with and the different variations of how you can import those. So they might have the same sheets or changing sheet names. And then last but not least, we're going to look at if you have a spreadsheet that is structured as a report, how do you import that into uh, the Data Prep Studio? Okay. All right. So that's it for now. We will stop here and we're going to jump into starting with the number one scenario.